Mr. TV Tricks, Mr. Tony Games. All right, you ready for some emails?
You haven't forgot about that.
I'm bitter. All right.
I got you, Burns. I'm the man.
No, Tricks TV, all tricks. Bob Saxon from Wakefield, Mass. says, hey, Jimmy, never a fan of the chase point system where a driver on the bottom of the list gets to start on top due to wins. Jimmy, you're smart enough to do the math. Would 5-time be 5-time under the old and, what he says, proper point system?
Bob, I'm not a numbers guy, but to the best of my knowledge, he still would have been the champ for the 5 years under that old system. But come on now. Would you rather have 2 or 3 guys racing for this championship or 12? Right now, we got no less than 5 guys that have to win a race to get into the chase. Then, back to when Matt Kenseth, you know what? He had this whole thing locked up with about 5 races to go, and all he was doing was nothing. You know, he was riding around collecting points. I love Matt, but you know what? It was boring. Burns, am I right or am I wrong?
No, I love the chase one. When it first came out, I thought it was hokey. Now I love it. And by the way, Richard Petty won 7 championships, 4 different point systems.
I'm so excited about Atlanta and Richmond. I can't wait.
All right, here we go. Pegasus 351 writes, I would like to know why it's okay for Kasey Kahne to flip off Brad Kay during the interview where Brad is bad-mouthing Hendrick cars. I'm sure he'd say that he was scratching an itch. Yeah, right.
Maybe he did have an itch.
It was an itch.
But you know what? Even if he was flipping him off, could you blame him? Did you hear what Bad Brad was saying?
As a group at Penske Racing, we have not felt comfortable enough to risk that name and reputation that Roger has over those parts and pieces. You know, others have, which is their prerogative, and I'm not going to slam them for it. But it's just, you know, it's living in the gray area, and Roger doesn't do that.
Wow. Lucky for Brad that it was a guy like Kasey Kahne. He's a true gentleman. You know what? No, he's not a tough guy like, say, Tony, Carl, you know, even Harvick. I wish I was there. Because, Brad, you know what? You would have been looking up, wondering what the hell hit you.
Wham!
You know what?
Bam.
You don't talk trash about a guy's team. Come on. You go home, you try to figure it out, and then you come back and you beat him. Quit running them gums. This is another example of Brad making excuses as to why he got beat. The fans, Brad, want to try to like you, but you know what? You make it harder and harder and harder on yourself.
You think he was really flipping him off?
I think he had an itch. Come on,
I think he had an itch, too. One last thing, Spence. We got an email from Al Dressler that contained an old photo that's quite the crew you used to run with. Beautiful old photo.
This is awesome. Thanks, Al, for sending this. This is special. Richard Childress on the left, Michael Waltrip, the king, Bobby Hillin, and that guy to my right, Butch Redinger. Great friend of my dad's, myself, and the family. Butch and his whole family raced at Port Royal. Butch died a few years ago. And the thing about Saturday night racing, that's where I got my first win. That picture's so special. And it was an honor for me to be with Butch and come back to Old Stomping Grounds. It was pretty special.
It's a memento.
It really is, Steve. Hey, I love mementos like that.